All right, guys, went back today with another high-value LPVO option from Primary Arms. This is the brand new PA SLX 1-6. It's a second focal plane rifle scope, and it's their Generation 4. What makes this one unique is the fact that it has their green ACSS Nova Fiber Reticle bundle, and I believe this is the first ever green fiber bundle that any company has ever used in an LPVO. It works surprisingly well as a green dot or as a magnified optic for distance, and a huge shout out to Primary Arms for sending this out at my request so we can test and evaluate. We don't have to send it back, so thanks to them. I also want to give a huge shout out to AAC Ammo for sponsoring the ammo to help make this video. We ran a ton of their subsonic 300 blackout as well as their supersonic 300 blackout, and the AAC fed amazingly well through this Ruger American. A little bit more about that in a minute, but let's talk about the optic. In a nutshell, this is an amazing option for a jack-of-all-trades LPVO with an MSRP of right around $350, give or take a little bit. Now, Primary Arms, at least in my opinion, is known for innovating and pushing the limits of what can be done in a high-value solution, and they have really killed it when it comes to their SLX Nova Fiber reticle systems, and this green one is no different. 30mm tube, flip-up lens covers, and throw lever all included in the box. And with the 30mm tube, it's perfectly capable of mounting up with a ton of different mounts, including an offset mount like you see here to get the proper eye relief on a flat top AR, or in this case, a bolt action 300, or you can run standard scope rings, which is a really nice touch. This one features cap turrets, which have the mil standard adjustments, an illuminated knob on the side, no off position between the illuminations, but that's okay because it also takes the Primary Arms auto live cap. And if you're unfamiliar, the auto live cap is a cap that threads onto the battery compartment that gives your LPVO auto live or auto on technology. So when you rest it down for a little while, it automatically turns off when it quits sensing motion. And then as soon as you pick it up, it automatically turns back on, ready to go, ready to take your shot at that deer or get back into the fight. I love that auto live technology, and it's really convenient that they sell that auto live cap separately that mounts up to this optic. Now, the 1-6 zoom is going to give you plenty of opportunities to shoot up close and at a distance. What I love about that ACSS Nova Fiber reticle system is it truly is daytime bright. A lot of companies say that they are not daytime bright. This one is. So turn that on, maybe to the full power on a bright sunny day with the sun shining on a white target, and you are still going to make out that dot. The 1 power is truly 1 power. It's super easy to zoom to that, and it's got great eye box and eye relief. The eye relief is about 4 inches, and the eye box is how far left, right, up, and down you can be. And because it's so forgiving, you can utilize this in a wide variety of applications, whether you're clearing corners in your house with this on top of a flat top AR or a pistol caliber carbine. For defensive purposes, it's going to give you some forgiveness if you don't get the proper cheek weld, or whether you're climbing up in a deer stand with something like this, or coyote or hog hunting, where you may be in an ATV and you again can't get the proper cheek weld or eye relief. This is going to be so much more forgiving than some other optics I've used. It's really nice, especially again at that MSRP. The other cool thing is you can zoom to that 6 power setting, and now you have the bullet drop compensation built into that SLX reticle system with that mil standard. You can calculate the bullet drop compensation for your specific load, and because this is in mils, you don't have to worry about running 5.56, 300 blackout, 6.5 Grindle, or whatever it may be. You can do your own independent calculations and extrapolate the data for the mil standard. It's got large duplex lines that lead your eyes right into the finer crosshairs, and it also has ranging tools built into the reticle, and ACSS kills it when it comes to their reticles. The other cool thing about this is it also gives you windage holds, and again, it's a great jack-of-all-trades optic because it gives you a ton of information without being overly cluttered. I could also see this being utilized as a competition optic, especially with the eye box and eye relief at the 1 power setting. This truly can be used as a red dot or green dot in this configuration because it is a green fiber rubber reticle bundle. Now, I love this optic not just because of that reticle system and glass clarity and eye box and eye relief, but also because of the fit and finish and ease of use. It just works in every application I've utilized it in. You've got an overall length of about 10.4 inches, so it's not super large, and the objective diameter is 24 millimeters, and you've got about 120 MOA adjustment, both in windage and elevation, so you can dial it up if you wanted to for more distant shots. Whether you're looking to take a shot up close at 5 to 25 yards for personal defense at the 1 power setting, or zoom into the 6 power setting and take a 500-yard shot, this optic is capable of all of that. Really, some of the only negatives I would say is just in general with second focal plane optics, you do have to be all the way at the 6 power setting for that bullet drop compensation, windage holds, and everything else to be effective. But the positive of that is you get a truly very clear and easy to understand reticle at the 1 power setting for CQB and personal defense. For me, I would like to use this optic for a jack-of-all-trades rifle setup. For rifles, I'm going to be generally shooting between 1 and 200 yards and occasionally taking a little bit out further than that. For rifles that I'm going to be shooting 200 yards and out primarily and occasionally shooting a little bit closer, I like to switch to some of the first focal plane options from Primary Arms. So again, for me, this is going to go on things like this Ruger 300 Blackout or a flat top AR that I'm going to be primarily shooting 200 yards and in, but still has that capability to stretch its legs and sling some lead at a greater distance. The AAC fed great over the testing, no issues with the subsonic ammo, and I definitely utilized the reticle system to calculate that drop at shots at 125 yards on top of the ridge, and it worked out great. I've really fallen in love with this optic, and again, I want to give a huge shout out to Primary Arms and AAC for sponsoring this video. If you want more information about other options, I've also reviewed a ton of other Primary Arms optics if this one wasn't quite right for you. And again, a lot of the info will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.